Did you know Ron Rhodes was in a band that played all around Hollywood? Well, stay tuned to hear more to the story.
Well, Ron, we know that you came from a musical family and were well known as well. So I want you to tell Jeff and I a little bit about how that all started, and then in the midst of that, how you became a Christian as well.
Well, I have 7 brothers and sisters, and so that's plenty for a band, right?
Yeah.
And we started out just for fun, but eventually went professional. And to make a long story very, very short, we were in Las Vegas performing at a pretty small venue, but we had a very good friend, Wayne Newton, who was in the business, and he said, I can't promise you anything, but bring your instruments down to the studio tonight. Now what he's talking about is the Jerry Lewis Telethon. And so we wondered, will we get on the Jerry Lewis Telethon? We got down there, and there's various people walking around like Barbra Streisand and Sammy Davis Jr. Our eyes are just
I'm sure.
wide open looking at all of these celebrities.
Yeah.
And the Las Vegas segment was supposed to end and then go back to New York where Jerry Lewis was. But right before that, he had Sammy Davis Jr. go on live TV and say, we'll be right back after this commercial with the Rhodes family. So then Jerry Lewis came on from New York and said, did you have one more act? And then Wayne Newton said, why yes, we have one more act.
Wow.
So we got on the Jerry Lewis Telethon, and we had something like 31 million people watching at that moment.
Wow. Wow.
After that, it was the Mike Douglas Show multiple times, the Merv Griffin Show multiple times, the Dinah Shore Show, American Bandstand with Dick Clark. We had a 3-minute segment on Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Wow.
Did a number of Walt Disney specials, signed major recording deals, hit the Billboard charts.
Wow.
And we went from doing small venues to co-headlining at major hotels, the International Hilton in Las Vegas.
Wow.
During that time, I became a believer. It was when we were working with Pat Boone and his family, his 4 daughters. And at the time, as I recall, we were in Burbank. We were filming in Studio A with the Merv Griffin Show, and the Boone family, they were filming in Studio B with the Glenn Campbell Show.
Okay.
But there's a common area, for the green room, kind of like in between those 2 shows. And it's the first time I've ever seen anybody cry tears of joy because of a relationship with the Lord. I'm talking about Shirley Boone.
Right. And she used to give to our program when she was alive.
Yeah,
so.
well, that's what I heard.
Yeah, exactly.
But she could get very emotional about her relationship with the Lord.
Sure.
And I said, wow, this looks real. And at that time, they were very much into Bible prophecy. They had read Hal Lindsey's book, The Late Great Planet Earth. Long story short, I ended up becoming a believer out of that. And my brothers and sisters became believers too. And eventually, we decided to all go our own ways. And so I wanted to go to seminary. And I went to Dallas Theological Seminary, where I got my master's and my doctorate. And I've been involved in ministry ever since.
Wow.
So the showbiz did a number of things for me. Number one, it brought in a lot of money to pay for a lot of education,
Sure.
which was very, very helpful. Secondly, it made me a whole lot more comfortable doing big TV shows. That's always good.
Yes.
And third, just learning to communicate with people. So God was preparing me along the way.
That's great. Great. Thanks for joining us. Did you know that Ron is actually a contributing author to our ministry? So if you'd like to explore more of his resources, just click on the link nearby.